My dear soul, your angel is speaking to you today. For a very long time, you convinced yourself that good enough was enough. You told yourself that it was wiser not to ask for too much. You learned to accept what was available instead of reaching for what was truly possible. Little by little, you adjusted your expectations. You settled for situations that felt familiar rather than fulfilling. At first, it seemed reasonable. You thought you were being practical. You thought you were protecting yourself from disappointment. You thought lowering your expectations would make life easier. But your angel wants you to understand something important today. Good enough was never meant to become your permanent home. It was only a temporary resting place. Somewhere along the journey, good enough became an excuse to remain in relationships that no longer nourished your heart, an excuse to stay in environments that drained your energy, an excuse to hold on to dreams that were far smaller than the vision your soul carried within. You became comfortable with surviving when you were created to thrive. You became accustomed to settling when you were born to expand. And while part of you accepted this reality, another part of you never stopped whispering that there was more waiting for you. That whisper is becoming louder now. Can you feel it? Recently, something has been shifting within you. The life you once tolerated no longer feels satisfying. The compromises you used to accept without question now feel heavy. The limitations that once seemed normal now feel impossible to ignore. The routines that once brought comfort now feel restrictive. You may have noticed an unusual restlessness, a feeling that something is missing, a feeling that your current reality no longer reflects who you truly are becoming. Your angel wants you to know that this feeling is not a problem. It is a sign, a sacred sign. This is not dissatisfaction, this is awakening. Your soul is waking up to its true potential. For years, you may have focused on responsibilities, obligations, and expectations placed upon you by others. You worked hard, you sacrificed, you carried burdens, you fulfilled roles. And in the process, you sometimes forgot to ask yourself one important question. What do I truly want? Not what others expect, not what seems safe, not what appears realistic, but what does your heart genuinely desire? Because hidden beneath all the noise of daily life is a dream that has never left you. A vision, a calling, a purpose, a possibility. And recently, your soul has caught another glimpse of it. That glimpse has changed everything. Once you see what is possible, it becomes difficult to remain satisfied with what merely exists. Once you experience the vision of a greater future, your current limitations begin to feel uncomfortable. This is why you feel different. You are no longer the person who settled. You are becoming the person who rises. Your angel wants you to understand that growth often begins with discomfort. Many people mistake discomfort as a sign they are on the wrong path. But sometimes discomfort is actually evidence that you are outgrowing an old version of yourself. Think about a seed buried beneath the soil. Before it becomes a tree, it must break apart. Before it reaches sunlight, it must push through darkness. The process is not comfortable, yet it is necessary. The same is true for you. The old version of you is beginning to fall away. The version that doubted itself. The version that played small. The version that believed it had to settle for less than it deserved. That version is losing its power. And a stronger version is emerging. A version that understands its worth. A version that recognizes its gifts. A version that no longer apologizes for wanting more from life. Your angel wants you to know that wanting more does not make you selfish. Wanting more peace is not selfish. Wanting more joy is not selfish. Wanting more abundance is not selfish. Wanting deeper love, greater purpose, and meaningful success is not selfish. These desires were placed within you for a reason. They are clues pointing toward your destiny. Every great transformation begins with a simple realization. I am no longer willing to settle. Perhaps there are doors in your life that need to close. Perhaps there are habits that no longer serve you. Perhaps there are fears that have controlled your decisions for too long. Your angel encourages you to release them. Not all at once, not through force, but through faith. Trust that what is meant for you cannot be lost. Trust that the universe is capable of guiding you toward something greater. Trust that every ending creates space for a new beginning. The path ahead may not be completely visible yet. You may not know exactly how everything will unfold. But you do not need all the answers before taking the next step. You only need courage for today. One step, one decision, one act of faith, that is enough. Your angel sees possibilities around you that you cannot yet see. Opportunities are forming behind the scenes. Connections are aligning. Lessons are becoming blessings. Challenges are becoming stepping stones. And what once appeared to be delays may soon reveal themselves as divine preparation. The universe has not forgotten about your dreams. Your prayers have been heard. Your efforts have been seen. Your persistence has not gone unnoticed. Even during the moments when nothing seemed to be changing, powerful shifts were taking place beneath the surface. Just because growth is invisible does not mean it is absent. Roots grow long before fruit appears, and your roots have been growing stronger than you realize. Now the time is approaching for visible change. This is why your spirit feels restless. This is why your heart keeps pushing you forward. This is why the old life feels increasingly uncomfortable. You are preparing for expansion. You are preparing for elevation. You are preparing for a chapter that requires a higher version of yourself. And that version is already awakening. Today, your angel asks you to stop measuring your life by what has happened in the past. Your past mistakes do not define you. Your past failures do not define you. Your past limitations do not define you. The future is not created by who you used to be. It is created by who you choose to become. Imagine what would happen if you fully believed in yourself. Imagine what would happen if you trusted your gifts. Imagine what would happen if you stopped settling and started expecting more from life, not from a place of entitlement, but from a place of knowing your worth. Because deep within your soul, you already know the truth. You were never created for a life of limitation. You were never meant to live beneath your potential. You were never meant to spend your years wondering what might have been. You were created to grow, to evolve, to inspire, to shine. And now your spirit is asking you to step into that truth. The greatest danger is not failure. The greatest danger is becoming comfortable in a life that is too small for your destiny. The greatest danger is convincing yourself that good enough is all there is. Because once your soul has seen what is possible, it can never fully return to what merely exists. That vision inside you is there for a reason. Protect it, nurture it, believe in it. Your angel wants you to remember this powerful truth. You are capable of more than you know. You are stronger than you realize. You are closer to your breakthrough than you think. The season of settling is ending. The season of awakening has begun. Before this message ends, your angel invites you to speak these words with confidence. I release the habit of settling. I welcome growth and abundance. I trust the path unfolding before me. I am worthy of greater opportunities. I am ready to step into my highest potential. Take a deep breath and allow those words to settle into your heart. Your angel is walking beside you. The universe is supporting you. And a new chapter is already beginning. Trust the process. Trust your journey. And most importantly, never settle for good enough when you were created for extraordinary.